The longer I use tools, the more I find that a solid set of tweezers and a good toothpick are high value in my EDC rotation. And no, they didn't come out of a Swiss Army knife, not at all. They came out of the CIVIVI SENDY. This is a CIVIVI pocket knife that just rolled in one day here at the Gideonstactical bunker. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Aaron. This is Gideonstactical, and we're going to be diving into this blade. And as soon as I saw that in combination with just how the form and function of the tool, I was in. I was like, yeah, I am digging this. Design, this is the brainchild of Ben Peterson, who has designed knives like the Lander from NAFs, and has started designing some really cool blades that I know a lot of people are starting to really connect with. And this is kind of his brainchild, and then executed by CIVIVI. Now, you may see these right here and you're like, okay, like hit me up, because when we look at a Swiss Army knife, the tweezers are nice, but they are kind of flexy, and I was not able to remove ticks with them when I was in Florida, and I had a few, and we had to find like a separate set of tweezers. The tweezers on these guys, denser, more rigid, more precise. Got a little bit more density to them. So you're gonna see that, and they're longer, larger. I think if you were to ask me, hey, rate the two, I like the CIVIVI tweezers better than my Swiss Army tweezers. Bam. Then, unlike the polymer tweezer, or excuse me, toothpick over here, this is also steel. And a little bit more precise. You can absolutely use it as like a splinter puller right there. You can kind of get, I mean, it is precise. So you got to watch your gums if you're picking your teeth. But boom, I'm just tearing up my skin right there. So you can pull out splinters from your children when you're on a backpacking trip. Just finished a backpacking trip with my boys. They had an amazing time, 6 and 8, totally loved it. But it would have been great to have these, because this was at the door when we got back. But what I would love, and I wish, and maybe you could do, is drill a tiny little hole. You could use this as an emergency needle for like either stitching a wound, or, because that's precise enough, or a piece of clothing. So maybe they'll update that at some future point. But that is dope. Really goes in there nice and tight. Those are not coming out, and the lips of them aren't going to snag on anything, but when it comes time for you to deploy them, they're easy to engage and pull out there. So really, really appreciate that. Now, you may be sitting there and be like, dude, I'm down, I'm sold, hit me up, show me. Well, there's a link right there popping up right now, so if you're interested, you can hop on over, score one of these. If you're still kind of on the fence, you're like, okay, well, I got to know some more details, like the Nitro V steel, and you want to go exploring more, that is exactly what we're going to do. But before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor that I take with me every time I go exploring, which is Zoleo and their satellite communication device. And I'm on this multi-day backpacking trip with my sons, and they're experiencing this for the very first time. And we're in this isolated area with no cell coverage, and something goes wrong and goes sideways. I am so glad that I have this device with me to rely on in case of an emergency, with their worldwide SOS feature, where I can start communicating with first responders right away. If there is a situation, they're going to know where my GPS coordinates are and start the rescue process. But also the ability to communicate with loved ones like my wife, to let her know everything's going smoothly, and she can communicate back with me if something's happening back at home and we need to cut this trip short. And those are just the basic features of the Zoleo device. So I encourage you to click the link popping up right now. There's also a link in the description box below where you can start exploring all the different features and subscription plans that Zoleo has to offer. And I have included in my description box my exclusive promo code, which will waive the $40 activation fee. So happy to share that with you guys and help you save a little scratch in this economy that's just like in the toilet. And so with that, let's talk about Nitro V steel on this 2.5-inch full flat grind blade. The grind is full flat, super slicey. Let's see how thin it is. Where's my caliper? The thickness, oh yeah, 0.08. So that is thin and slicey. For those of you on the metric system, I know a lot of our European friends were like, oh, that's so great. 0.208. Sorry, 2.08. There we go. Sorry, I had a cup of coffee and I'm like, anyway, so, and that really aggressive drop into a reverse Tanto design. great for slicing. This is an EDC style, but you could take it backpacking, you could take it hiking if that's something that you wanted to, but it is designed for food prep, slicing capability, cardboard package opening, tearing down boxes, opening the package for the toy that of your child that just arrived, and preparing that meal around a campsite or something, you know, just at the office, you know, whatever it is. And that is what it's going to do. And the fact that it has Nitro V versus D2. Not a huge fan of D2. I'll take it over like 8CR, but Nitro V, from my experience, depending on Rockwell, and this is 58 to 60, will absolutely hold its own with like 154 cm, N690, and will, depending on steel and Rockwell, will even like outperform those steels in edge retention. It's a stainless, which is great. And what I found is it's not too difficult to resharpen. You may be like, whoa, what the heck is this? I know. This recently arrived. This is a web exclusive, is my understanding, from Worksharp. They're folding field sharpener with a ceramic stone right there, guided, you know, shoulders to help you out, keep your consistent angle if you need that. Does have 400 grit diamond stone right there, and very slim, lightweight, and has a little pocket clip, so that's pretty dope. I'll have that popping up if you want to explore more on that. But if you need to hone your blades, I mean, Nitro V is not that difficult to maintain. It does have a rounded spine, so it will not throw sparks off the spine, from what I can tell. You have to probably modify that. So now with the blade out of the way, how about deploying this blade? Well, boom, look at that. This has an inline flipper hidden right there, not gonna snag on really anything. Good little jimping right there. And all you have to do, boom, pull right back, accelerates the blade, because it's rocking itself on ceramic caged ball bearings that are, sorry, I'm putting gloves on. That's what I'm doing right now. See, look at that. With heavy duty leather gloves, boom. Very easy, very, very easy to deploy and remove the liner lock right there, but great detent. I mean, it ain't going anywhere. You can see the bronze housing that the cage ball bearings are in right there. So a little bit easier to maintain, I feel, if it was to get all nasty. It does have steel liners that are machined and milled. This blade is coming in at 2.4 ounces. So it's a very lightweight blade, great for EDC. We're looking at 3.5 inches overall, just enough with my large size hands. Those are large gloves I just had. And the span of my hand here is 3.25. We line those up from knuckle to knuckle right there. Easily able to grip. Now it's not going to have any sort of like guard or anything, so you're not going to be like, you know, it's not a tactical blade or anything, it's just light duty EDC. But look at that, just love the feel of those handle scales right there. And it kind of takes itself from like the northwest, where this has great texturing, kind of rounded, contoured a little bit. Green G10, red liner, so it looks like redwoods, and there are a couple different color combinations to choose from. And then we do have a nice pocket clip, good loop over, recessed screws, ambidextrous, so righties, lefties. You're gonna be able to enjoy carrying it. And just a great little EDC tool with, again, the combo right there of the toothpick and the tweezers. Just a added little combo that really adds a little bit of versatility. For a lot of people would probably retire your Swiss Army knife. Let me know if that's true or not. Definitely more carryable, definitely more, you know, quicker and better edge retention, like all the things. Now, obviously it won't have screwdrivers and bottle openers and all that type of stuff, but carry a different multi-tool for that, or just carry a giant freaking pocket screwdriver. Now, one of the best parts too, and I do appreciate CIVIVI hooking me up with this because it just arrived last week and didn't even know it was coming, is that this is like 63 bucks. So it's under $65, which is really impressive for Nitro V, for the extra little features, great centering. And I appreciate that price point because I feel like CIVIVI kind of lately has been high on their own supply a little bit, you know, like kind of being a little overpriced. I'm just gonna be real for the materials. So to come in under 65 bucks, I feel like is hitting a really good price point and just offering something kind of unique that stands out from the crowd, but that's very functional as an everyday carry tool, regardless of if you're on a backpacking or hiking trip, or just around town. But, and I have nothing else really to even like compare it to. I have no other like crazy blade shapes and, you know, all the different things. Very interesting, unique tool. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Leave a comment below, particularly if you have the SENDY already. How has it been performing for you? Do you like it? Does it connect with you? Or is it just kind of goofy and you're like, I never use tweezers and toothpick? You know, that's not something that's on my radar. Always appreciate you guys hanging with me today. I hope it's been fun and entertaining. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.